Making his way to the ring from the land of nerds, Boomer the Nerd!
Let me tell you something, Boomer Maniacs. Boomer here has got a whole bunch of wrestling video DVDs and a couple of Blu-rays. If you guys want to see them, let me hear ya. I said, if you want to see them, let me hear ya. Alright, let's get to it.
No, don't go away. You have clicked on the right channel. I want to try something different again today. You guys seem to like my DVD video that I put out last time. So I figured, why not, since we've been in quarantine, try something different again today. I got a bunch of wrestling DVDs that I've got over the years. And I figured, why not show them off to you guys? Now, I've been a wrestling fan ever since I was I would say probably a kid, maybe since I was like 10 or 11 years old. I started watching wrestling during the Attitude Era. And I'm not gonna lie, to this day, there's still some of these wrestlers that I'll watch. Of course I'm gonna watch The Undertaker. But I mean, these guys are my favorites, right? So like I said, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Ultimate Warrior, Razor Ramon, Bret the Hitman Hart, The Rock, of course. D-Generation X was a huge one that I loved. Sting was another character I absolutely loved. But even today, there's some guys that I like to follow. Like, for example, The New Day, Daniel Bryan, The Usos, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. That guy's so cool right now. And even with the females, like, I absolutely love Naomi. She's such a great athlete and superstar that she needs to get that belt again. With that being said, I got a whole pile here of about 20 or so wrestling DVDs, so, you know, trying something different. Let's get into my collection. I'm going to start off with Blu-rays because I only have 2 Blu-rays in my set. So the first one is, this is the movie Fighting with My Family. It's produced by The Rock, directed by Stephen Merchant, who's a British comedian. This tells the story about the wrestler Paige, how she got her comeuppance in the WWE. So I consider it a WWE DVD Blu-ray because it's literally about the WWE, and The Rock is in it. So that's what it looks like inside, and just basically Blu-ray and DVD. But if you have not checked it out, Fighting with My Family is a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. Even Vanessa watched it and she was like, that was really good. And the other Blu-ray I have is from last year, Wrestlemania 35, I believe, so from 2019. This one I had to get because it has such a commemorative moment. This is the one where Kofi Kingston wins the WWE Championship. So that was really, really cool. You got your discs on the inside, just look like that. The insert is the same thing. You also have your insert for the match listing on both sides. Plus on the Blu-ray you have the Raw after WrestleMania, which is cool. And it comes as well with a Topps Ronda Rousey card. Yay, Ronda Rousey. The next set are a bunch of couple disc DVDs, but these are more like events and best of stuff that are in slimmer cases. So the first one I have, I believe I bought this a little bit before last year's pay-per-view event because I wanted to see it. So this is Money in the Bank 2018. It was pretty good, actually. And when you open it, there's 2 discs, green and white. Special features on here, I don't think there's any. But honestly, well, it's a fairly decent DVD pay-per-view event. And then next up we have, they haven't released one this year for last year's best of, but we have the best of Raw and SmackDown 2018. Honestly, I was just trying to get into the loop to see what was going on with the WWE at this point. And there's a insert with all the matches. It's cool, and the discs are just basically pegged in, but they're different colors, which is really cool. We have the best of NXT TakeOver 2018. They have not released a best of 2019 that I know of yet, but everybody was talking about NXT and I wanted to see what NXT was all about. So I figured, hey, why not? There's your insert with the matches, and it's 2 discs. So yeah, honestly, pretty good watch. These NXT guys are really good, and a lot of the guys that started in NXT are actual superstars right now in the WWE, which is really cool. And the other one, you saw this last time in my DVD haul, but I'll show it off a little better. We have The Undertaker's Deadliest Matches. There you go. It's about, I would say, 7.5 hours of nothing but Undertaker's, some of his most grim matches. Pegged in once again, but it's 3 DVDs. That's the first disc. There is the second disc. And the third disc. To my dismay, though, there's no, in here, they don't have the Hell in a Cell match where he fought against Mankind. But I do have that on another DVD set, which is pretty cool. So the first 6 fat sets I have are about individual wrestlers. And then the next 6 fat sets I have are basically best ofs and documentary type about WWE in general. The first one I have is, this guy I really can't stand, but I got it for $5 when HMV was still open. So we've got limited edition, collector's edition, sorry, Brock Lesnar, Here Comes the Pain. Although I will say this is when the majority of the matches are when he first started. So it's actually a pretty good watch. The same thing on the inside, but then you have, that's what it looks like when you open it. And there it goes. I like behind the discs you have his tattoo. And then there's the full match listing. So that's the Brock Lesnar Here Comes the Pain DVD set. Like I said, I can't stand the guy, but it's his earlier matches, so it's definitely worth checking out. If you do like Brock Lesnar and his wrestling stuff, definitely worth checking out. Next up we have The Destruction of the Shield. This was leading up to when the Shield were disbanded, and I picked it up because I was really curious to find out what the Shield was all about. Open it up, and then you open it again. There's the discs. There's some images on the background of each Shield member fighting, and there's your content. Now, of course, they're no longer together. You've got Roman, who's doing whatever he wants to do. Seth Rollins, who's now the Monday Night Messiah. And, Dean Ambrose is enjoying being the heavyweight champion over in All Elite Wrestling. One of my favorite current wrestlers, Daniel Bryan, Just Say Yes, Yes, Yes. This guy is a fantastic wrestler. It's the inside there with the yes movement. And there goes your discs with some photos of Daniel Bryan behind the discs. And your full set listing right there. Check it out if you can, recommend it. And then we got some old school wrestler DVDs. This one here is Living on a Razor's Edge, the Scott Hall story. Let alone for the documentary, this is worth it. There you go, you got to insert there, Razor Ramon. And then each disc. And your insert. That's really cool. The documentary is really good. And then on the 2 other discs, you have a lot of his best matches from when he was in the WWE as Razor Ramon and when he was in the WCW as part of the Outsiders and NWO. Really worth checking out. Oh, another one of my favorites, Ultimate Warrior, Always Believe. This was released posthumously when he passed, just after he passed away. Again, this is another one where the documentary on this is worth it just for the DVD. Open it up and we got a fold out of the Warrior's face. On the inside, you got the discs with different colors on the background. Well, this is pretty cool though. Always Believe. And there's a nice quote there from the Warrior. And it's mainly the first disc is the documentary. The second disc is a whole bunch of wrestling matches. And then the third disc are a bunch of Ultimate Warrior promos. So that's really worth checking out. And then finally, had to do it, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, who is most likely, I would think, the most successful actor on the planet today, The Rock. Of course I'm going to have this in my collection. And of course this is just, there you go on the inside. And it's again a 3-disc set. This was released, I believe, in 2008. And it's nothing but some of The Rock's greatest matches in the WWE. Highly recommend that. Making our way to the end. 6 more fat DVDs left. This is the only non-WWE the one that I have, but I was kind of feeling nostalgic, and I was like, I want to see some of this. So we got WWE presents the very best of WCW Monday Nitro, Volume 3. Booker T, Bret the Hitman Hart, who was not very successful in the WCW. Chris Jericho, Ric Flair, and Sting on the front. We got a nice photo on the back, talks a little bit about it. Open it up, and you got a nice shot there of the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah! And Sting fighting Bret Hart, which is kind of cool. And then you got this photo of Hulk Hogan giving the leg drop, and then each disc. So it's literally like spanning from 96 to 2000, the third volume of the best matches from the WCW Nitro, the Monday Night Flagship show. We've also got, this one's a really cool one, WWE The Best of the 2000s. Bonus points if you can comment in the comment section below on every single wrestler that's in the front here, as well every single wrestler that's in the back. Comment below who all these guys are. Open it up and you've got match listings. You got the discs. The discs. There's 4 discs. This is a great set. All the way from 2000 up until 2009. Nothing but the best matches of the decade. If you can get your hands on this, I would highly recommend it. Especially for the match there. There's a couple of matches with Mick Foley in here that I was like, oh, so good. Next 2, man, I grew up, this is where I started watching wrestling. Volume 1 of WWE's Attitude Era. 3-disc set. Again, look, if you can comment down below who every single one of these wrestlers are, kudos to you. Open it up, and it's another photo of the Attitude Era. Again, like I said, guys, comment below. Let me know who all these wrestlers are. I know the majority of them. Let's see if you guys know. Open up. I like the fact that they included the DX Invades WCW. We got some more there. Yeah, this is your life with The Rock. And there's your listing. And I also have the WWE Attitude Era Volume 2 DVD, which is another 3-disc set. Again, both these are just the best of the WWE Attitude Era. Open it up and that's what it looks like on the inside with your set listing. But this is what I really like. I like this image on the inside. That's really cool. And then finally, this was a 14-part documentary series. I've seen it go on Amazon and eBay now for a lot higher, like closer to $150, which is mind-blowing. When I got these, when these came out, I got paid I think $20 each for them, maybe $15 each. But we got the Monday Night War Volume 1 Shots Fired. An amazing documentary series about the war for Monday nights between WCW and WWE. Fantastic. Each disc comprised different episodes. So the war begins, the rise of the NWO. Oh, you guys can see that. Those are each episode. There's no special features, but honestly, it's a documentary series and it's fucking amazing. I love this thing. I've watched it multiple times over. That's how much I've liked this thing. And then we got the Monday Night War Volume 2, Know Your Role. This is the second half and the last remaining episodes. There you go on the inside when you open it up. And there's the episodes on each disc. Really, really worth. This set is really worth grabbing. If you can get your hands on this, and if you're a wrestling fan, if you've never seen this, I highly suggest getting your hands on this because this is a fucking amazing documentary series. And every time I watch it, I love it more and more every time I watch it. So yeah, that's everything, guys. So we made it through this. I have some more DVDs. When I did my collection last time, I forgot a whole slew of them. So I'm most likely going to be doing a second part of my DVD, Blu-ray, and Ultra HD collection. But I hope you enjoyed this. I mean, I've had a lot of these for years and I've never shown this off. I don't know if you guys knew. I've probably mentioned it a few times, but yes, I am a big fan of wrestling. You can tell I'm wearing my Macho Man Randy Savage t-shirt. There's still a bunch of these DVDs that I want to get because I love old school wrestling and I love this kind of stuff. Yeah. Let me know, guys, down below if you guys are wrestling fans, if you knew that I was a wrestling fan, if that blows your mind or shocks you a little bit. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys are a wrestling fan. Who's your favorite wrestler? Who's your favorite current wrestler? I like to know. I have another unboxing coming soon. It's likely going to be my last for a little while, but I do have some other videos coming up, and yeah. But that's pretty much it. Before you get out of here, before I get out of here, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you can be notified anytime I have new videos out. And as always, guys, it's cool if it's nerd cool. If you smell what the boomer, the nerd, is cooking.